How many of us are happy to be here? Put up your hand as if I'm going to give you money. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss, and I pray that as we discuss, you guys are quick to respond back to me, isn't it? There is a text I want us to use. It is found in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 10. Which book is it?
Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 10.
What does it say? Who knows what it says? Whatsoever. The Bible says, whatever your hand finds to do. Let me see your hands. Put them up like this. Whatever your hands finds to do what? Do it with all your might. For there is no work or device or knowledge or wisdom in the grave where we are going. You see, we are living in the world. I have come to discover that divorce rates are high, and it is no longer the ladies that actually go home, it is the men. One of the days, I remember very well, I attended inauguration. Now, I want us to pay attention. Let us behave. When the pastor was telling me to come here, I thought this is annex. This is annex chapel, right? They are elite people, right? Yes. So I'm speaking to people of class. People of class. Yes. People of class do not talk when others are what? People of class respect each other. Yes. Okay? Please sit down, listen, and answer where appropriate. Are we together? Yes. I was still telling you, I attended one of the graduation ceremonies of my friend. This friend was 25. And it is very clear that by the time her dad died, she was 8 months. When you compare the life and the contribution of women today, it seems as if our country is in charge of women. We have very few women who are now leaving their children. Most of them, when they are going, when they are divorcing, they go with their children, isn't it? I actually see this ever since you guys are still young. Assuming we have twins. We have what? Twins. We have Kato and what? Babidi. They are all of the same age, assuming it is 13. If you are a mother, assuming, and you're to leave the other children, if you're to leave someone in custody to take care of the home, the boy and the girl of the same age, who would you delegate and you'll be sure that this one will take care of the home? Is it a boy or the girl? The girl. Now the question I have is, what does that one have to teach you? Who could tell me? What does that one have to teach you? That means that ever since you are a child, you are taught to be responsible. The boy may have a tendency of going to play football. They will come back when they have not eaten lunch. They forget all about the other little ones at home. And by the time you come back home as a mother, the home has been disorganized. I want to tell you today, do we have anyone here who has a goal of saying that the moment I get married, let me get done with the academics, when the nyash has gone enough, when the breasts are okay, I will get a responsible man, I will get married, and that will be the end of my life. Do we have such girls here? Now don't speak for any other person here. But I want to tell you that even the average lifespan of a Ugandan, there is a tendency of a man dying earlier than a woman. You become one at a later stage. I don't know whether you get what I'm trying to say. We have been put in a situation where we are vulnerable. One of the days when I was still in high school, this was my first time to actually plan of dating. I was in senior 6, and the girl I wanted to vibe was in senior 5. I wanted to try. I wanted to do what? Try. Now I was not meaning the thing. So when I found this girl the first time, I told her, Esther, there is something I want to tell you. What did I say? That was the first time. We met again and in around another week's time, and I told her the same words. She met me again along the way, and I told her the same words. Now let me ask you a question. If you're a girl, what would you think? Someone should answer me back. I told you we're going to interact. What would you understand? Someone should put up their hands and tell us. I want to vibe you. Now let me tell you this, the end of the story. She found me in the main hall. This was Central College, Mitiana. We had a very big hall down here, main hall, where I would sit. And as you climb the stairs, you would actually come to senior 5 and senior 6. So she found me seated in the main hall, and I was chopping some numbers from back house 1. She sat in front of me because I was seated on the table alone, and she told me that, Martin, all this time you have been telling me that you have something you would like to tell me. I had already put her in the moods. I put her to think. For a period of around 3 weeks, she actually knew the answer. Because according to nature, you girls, you have the sixth sense. When someone comes to you, you can detect that this brother wants to vibe me, he wants to date me, isn't it? Can't you know it? Yeah. This is what I said. I told her, first sit here. First do what? Let me come back shortly with your answer. Now this is what I did. I climbed the stairs the first time. It was raining heavily. I came down. That one would be enough for me as proof. Then I had to go back the second time, and I came in the main hall. I sat in front of her, and I told her, can you count the number of the raindrops that have dropped on me when I went outside? Do you know how she replied to me? Do you know what she said? No. She said, no, I cannot count them. Now I built on that and said that if you cannot count the raindrops that have dropped on me, that is how much I love you. That is how much I do it. Now, I had the words, number 1, and I had the tactics. Now I want to ask you a question now. Do you think I love this girl? Do you think I love this girl? And because of the tactics that I used in vibing her, there was no way she would refuse. And I want to tell you, she accepted. She did what? And I want to assume that most of the girls we have here, we are as vulnerable to that extent. I am telling you, first listen to me. This is not very far from now. I convinced the girl, and the only thing that stopped me was lack of what it was poverty. This girl was a Christian. She was born again. And I think I was not serious with the things of God. Brother, if you don't mind, you can get a chair. You can actually just sit so that I look these people in the face. Are we together? She was a Christian and a staunch one. Now I have come to discover that if there is a creature they can easily play around with their prey, it is the girls. And I want to tell you that in the world where you're going today, when you're still single, some of you are going to finish. I saw a video of some girls in HSC speaking to the married women that we are coming for your men. Pastor, I don't know whether you watched it. And I want to tell you that in this very age, you guys are very vulnerable. But the problem is that we don't understand it. You are in such an age where the nyash and the breasts are so much pumped. When you look at yourself in the mirror when you're naked, you think that you are the queen of this world. I want to tell you that in the art of man, God has created us as lions. In our nature, we are like lions. We don't eat dead things. I want to tell you, these boys that may confuse you, that may spoil your future. You see, you cannot look at me and know that I've slept with this kind of girls. Can you see it on my face? Do gents get pregnant? Do we get pregnant? You see, even when I impregnated my wife at home, for me, I was moving very fine, moving around, preaching with the power. Even if she was in labor, I remember, even the day she gave birth to the boy we have at home, I was busy at the pulpit preaching. And none of them could detect that this pastor is in the labor pains. I actually told them to pray for me in the 9th hour like this. I told them, friend, pray for me. My wife is about to be operated. And then I brought the news again. I told them, please, thank you so much for your prayers. She has delivered when I was at church. Now I want to tell you some of the things, you understand them. In the nature of the men you guys are dealing with, I have seen some girls saying, Ankwanye banga dene, echitagwa chikuwengala. Some of you are busy participating in sex, not because you think that what you are holding does not get finished after all. Isn't it? Now let me ask you this. Let me also tell you this. We have high chances of Christians like you getting contracted with HIV more than any other person in the world. Emikisa jamweja okufuna sirimu giri waggulu. Waliwo awakana. The chances of you contracting HIV, they are very high. Should I tell you why? How many of us are strong enough, brave enough to go to a pharmacy and buy a condom? If you are brave enough there, come. I am at the pharmacy. Come and buy a condom from me. I am here. Bobanga weka kasobu vumu bwo jango mbuli enti jagala kola ki njagala yo condom. Can you do it? Who can do it? Put up your hand. Gift can do it. Where is Gift? I want you to walk majestically and come here and tell me, Dr. Martin Ssempiira, please give me a condom of a brand called Kiss. Is there someone here who can do that? Muina gwe mwesiga je. Jangu, you come. Put up your hand and come. Which class is she? Now as she's coming, we want an elder who is going to also come to the same pharmacy. Elder, please come. Come and be here as she's buying a condom. Because we are the same counter. You have come for malaria tablets. She's coming to buy a condom. But Elder, are you coming? Please come. No, Pastor Donny. No, I want an elder. You are scared of it coming? Please buy the condom. Yes, good afternoon, please. How are you? How may I help you?
I would like to buy a condom called Kiss.
For what?
I'm having feelings of having sex.
Now, you can go back and sit. You can go back. Let me tell you this. She has only done this because we are here. But I want to tell you, in real life, it is very what? And I want to tell you this, you see, let me tell you this. We have had a lot of younger girls whose future has been spoiled. They have contracted the HIV because their check is in the eyes. Do you know that when we are trying to check whether someone is HIV positive or negative, some of us are using eyes? This sister just came because she has nothing to lose and she just mean it. Now there is something I want to teach you about love. Love affects your brain. It is actually equal to, it's an equivalence of the way a drug attacks your brain. When you are in love, you have a type which is of course genuine, and then we also have what is called infatuation. And there is a tendency of the brain side which is responsible for fear, critical thinking and judgment to switch off when you are in love. They have come to say that if there is a person who is hard to give advice, is someone in love. The moment you get engaged with a brother here at school, coupling and all that, your critical thinking parts or sides of the brain will switch off. Fear will disappear that you can do it in the toilet or the washrooms. Fear will disappear that even when you are a chapel prefect, you can even do it in the chaplain's office when he's not there. I'm telling you, fear will disappear that you can have sex in the main hall. Fear will disappear to an extent that you're going to allow a boy with the fingernails on their hands to touch your private parts. I am telling you. I'm telling you, and some of the, you will have to listen and listen good. I began by telling you that a woman has high chances of dying a widow, because men will die very early. That is number one. We are living in the world today. You have to be careful. Men and some boys, I told you in the morning, it is on rare occasions someone who's going to be wasting your time now will not marry you. I started with many beautiful ladies. I remember one, I was actually chopping chemistry and mathematics with her, so that when we finish high school, I will be able to introduce my agenda to her. She was called Bridget. The one I have at home right now, I didn't get her when I was still at school. So there are high chances of you wasting your time when you're still under this age. And it is my prayer for you that when a brother comes to you and he wants to suggest to you that, you see, I am going to marry you, that those have been our lines. They will tell you, I want to marry you, I'll build for you a home, I'll buy you a car. And because your brain is still young, you will say, I'm going with this one. After all, the moment you get pregnant, the moment you don't, you're going to lose your value. We have many girls and women who are staying single. They have 4 children in 4 different men. Why? Because when they were 18, when they were 20, when they were 19, they slept with a boy who impregnated them, and they had to stay home for 2 years, and the boys have continued with their studies. According to the Candid trend we have today, we have very few serious men. Did you get that? We have very few serious men like your pastor here, amen? We have very few serious men who are willing to take you up. Let me ask you, when you move around the Kawempe, Nansana, which other place? You find prostitutes all over. When you compare the market of the prostitutes and the gigolos, where do you have the biggest percentage? Friend of mine, I am here to tell you today, we may confuse you with words like, I love you from the bottom of my heart, I will love you till Victoria dries up, I may promise you a phone, I may promise you contribution on our prom party, I will take care of everything, but I want to assure you, the moment you sleep with me, I will lose interest in you. Because in our makeup as men, now let me tell you this, right now, because you have not given in, he may be disturbing you with a lot of calls, calling you sweet, honey, what and all that. Are you getting the point? But after sleeping around with you, that is when you realize that this brother was a hunter. The moment you finish hunting, now is relaxing. So it will be you who is going to text. It is going to be now you who is sending love messages. It is going to be you who is going to create a different account in your mother's phone to text the brother. Therefore, I want to beseech you, sisters, concentrate on your books. You may try to say that maybe we are telling you this because for us we have already tested. Experience is the best teacher. Experience is the best one. They used to tell us that your future is lying ahead of you. In this school, I want to assure you, no one is going to marry you. If you are to get married to them, it will be after you have finished campus. I know right now, your estrogen, your hormones, some of you are IDOPs, and you feel the strong sexual desires. You want to have a man. Free fornication. Are we together? Free what? Tell your neighbor, free what? I want to assure you that as long as you are here, I told you in the morning, life is what you make it. We are no longer looking for women who are going to sit at home and we take care of after them. We take care for them. No. We are looking for women and ladies who are going to add value to us. Someone told me that if you are living in a society and the woman thinks of sitting at home and it is only the man who is working in this kind of economy today, let that woman go and bury herself. Because you are as useless as a dead body. I want to tell you, in our economy today and how the world has advanced, omukazi atainamu sente mu nsawo ayina engeri gyawunyamu. When you don't have money as a girl, as a lady, there is a way you're going to smell. So friends, as you still have chances of shaping your future, as you still have chances of remaining a virgin, keep that virginity to your husband. Some people are not clapping because they have already lost it. When you don't see someone clapping, they have already done what? They have lost it. Some of the things you are wishing for, you will enjoy in marriage. If you are in school for 25 years, the rest of your life you're going to enjoy. You're going to do what? If you think we are enjoying, you will also have to enjoy when you make it there. No one is going to look for a girl who is wasted. No one is going to look for a girl who is what? Wasted. Someone will tell you that you have a dimple, you have big lips, you have everything. And let me tell you, I have come to discover that the gents are deceiving. Because these are some of our lines. We shall tell you, I will love you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Who has seen their heart? Have you seen your heart? Is the heart having a bottom? On which table do we have the bottom of the heart? They will tell you that, you see, I will love you from the moon and back. Have they been to the moon? They will tell you, you are like an angel. I have read the Bible, but I've never come across a verse that speaks about a female angel. First, have you seen one? We have not seen female angels in the Bible. They all come in the Masitura. They are Masituri. Are we together? And let me tell you this. You have to be careful with the married men. Life may seem to offer you a shortcut. Life may seem to offer you a what? Some of them have promised you school fees. Some of them have pushed you up to here. And I've come to discover that if they push you up to here, if you are not there by... Actually, let me tell you this. Even some of our fathers we have at home, they may not discriminate us. We have had fathers sleeping with their daughters. The moment you see any man, whether it's your father or not, or brother, run for your life. I am telling you this. We have had cases of fathers sleeping with their daughters. So you have to watch out how you put on when you're at home. Even your brothers can as well sleep with you. I heard of a story of this boy who was a sister who visited his brother. The sister found a brother watching a blue movie. And they all sat in and joined to watch the blue movie. Now, do you know what happened? The clothes started disappearing. And before they knew it, what was happening? They were having sex. You have to be careful with your uncles. I know some of you, your uncles have disturbed you here and there. When you go to visit your grandmother, your grandfather, and whatsoever, distant relatives. So you have to watch out. You have to watch out with the border men that take you for free. Of recent, one was calling me from Hope Channel to where I sleep in Namungona. Then he found a girl who was putting on a pair of trousers, and he said, "Oh, sagara ndabe, oh sagara kolatia." Then I was like, "Why? But you gala kolabe? Koye namuisamwe gali." This is what she said. Atambula ng'omusajja. Naye he says atambula ng'omusajja nga yamala kumwebakako. Kati atambula ng'omuki? Luli yali mukyala. So friend, I want to tell you today, and by the way, let me also tell you, if the boys were here, I will tell you. When you look at sex, I know some of you may think that I will use protection. You may have the ability of coming like the sister who came here. You will have the ability of saying, after all, no one will know the appeals and everything. We have seen people struggling to get children when they are married now officially. And let me tell you this, there are very many rich men in the world who are in the business of offering you everything. But sex is more than physical, it is spiritual. And before you know it, someone has used you for rituals. There is a story that is told of a girl who slept with a boy at school. They had sex at school. This boy, the demons of home, at home, they had to gather at his, in sleeping with the boy, she had to take part of the homage. And up to now, this girl has never gotten a man. One time when she tried of going abroad, it is so said, she reached there and she couldn't contain it. Milk started coming out of her breasts. So just know, whenever you sleep with someone, besides, this is what the devil has taught us, sex has revolutionized. We have had some things that have come into sex. And because you're seeing this on TVs, you're seeing this on movies, kissing has become normal, touching has become normal, and when you try to smell the hands of the boys, they are smelling like a jackfruit. We are in a society right now where people no longer believe in virginity. Some girls are saying that virginity is lack of opportunity. I had a friend she was getting married. She was getting what? She was 23. How old was she? 23. Now when we came back from the evangelistic effort. And she called me and told me, "Martin, please pray for me because I have a lot of pressure from my friends. They are telling me there is no way I can enter marriage when I am still a virgin, for I will not be knowing what to do." Now let me tell you, if there is any other person that is so much affected by fornication, if you want to be happy in your marriages, it starts today. It starts what? Not by having sex, but ensuring that you are a virgin, even up to marriage. Let me tell you, yes, for the boys they can have sex, and we are not promoting it, yes. But to you, once you have sex with a person, you are going, because let me ask you, if these people are having sex, who pours in the other? Do you pour in the boy? Because this calls for common sense. Who receives the biggest portion? Girls, are you here to answer me? I'm asking you, of the two, who enters the other? And who receives mostly from the other? Are you here to give me answers or no? You may share the same amount of salavia, yes. And let me tell you, who lies down? Is it the boy or the girl? Why do you think it is the girl who lies down? Let me tell you this. Will you listen? The moment you lie down yourself like this, like what? And you allow a man to come on top of you. Are you getting? What you are doing is a sign of subjection. You are submitting yourself to the man. There are girls who are disturbed even up to this time with the so-called spiritual husbands. Because they made certain, now sex is a covenant. Sex is a what? That is why the Bible says that when the two shall leave their parents and become one, and the two shall be one flesh. When you look at my wife now, we look each together. I'll tell you. Only that she's not here. We look each. We look together. We look alike. Do you know why? Because the more we're having sex together, the more we get united. I am telling you, these are facts of life. She has shared my life, and I have shared her life. So before you venture into this kind of element, I am here to warn you. Some of us did not. Let me tell you my story. When I finished senior 4, hey, Pastor, I went to visit one of my aunties. Okay, the so-called aunties, you know, we may have people, mature people in the village, and you just call her aunt. She's not in the same bloodline, but I used to call her aunt. When I visited her, she asked me, Martin, do you have a girlfriend? I said, no. Senga, I don't have one. Now, she told me that even if you don't have one currently, you will get one. She gave me a box of condoms. Full packet, red in color, with the word not for sale, government of Uganda. Now, because I was a younger boy, I did not have any girlfriend. This is the kind of singers we have out there, and they don't have a chance to tell us this. When I went back with my box, I put in the cupboard, and every day in the morning I would check it. Is it there? Every evening I would go and check back on it. Now it took 3 days, and the 4th day, when I went to check on it, it had disappeared. I asked my little ones at home, Kabanda, Makumbi, Emali Angania Dijeo. Then they told me that my father had thrown it away. Now, as a younger man who did not have a chance to sex education, of the two, who did you think I hated by that time? Because I was wondering, my singer was so wise enough to give me protection. And my dad would sit me down to tell me that these things are not going to work for you. Leave sex alone up to when you're married. He just took my property away. It was my property. Now we are living in a society. The devil is so wise today. He knows it well that if he's to destroy your life, he's going to use sex. Some people have sold their spirituality. Some people have been, real lives have been ruined. Others, because they have prayed sex with people, they have shared into their negative lives, and their lives have been affected negatively. So even up to this point,